team fights. Dream Team, they start with a Sand King, and that's quite a high impact hero once he gets the Blink Dagger. Do you think they'll go for something like a Darkseer now to set up that beautiful Burrow Strike?
Oh man, Sand King and Centaur are the two heroes right now that I feel just have so much potential. And that the kind of stuff they provide. Centaur in the off lane, he's annoying to harass. You right click him, you're gonna take return damage. And his ulti, Stampede, is always gonna benefit the entire team. You can use it to run, you can use it to chase. And Sand King on the other hand, it's a support, but it's a support that can get something like an 8-minute to 12-minute Blink Dagger and just get enough golden levels for himself. And he combos well with just about anyone. So I love this opening draft from Dreamtime, and immediately Kompas Gaming, they get an answer with Mirana and Disruptor. I like these two as well, because Mirana, you never really know what role this hero is going to be on. It's been played as an offlaner, it gets played as a mid. For example, you have Empire, they love to run Mirana mid from time to time, and then you have C9 who does it as well. And then there are teams that like to run Mirana as a support or as a core. So it gives nothing away. And Disruptor, it's another hero that's surging popularity. It feels like it can just about... It has all the necessary skills to deal with just about any scenario. If you're in a try versus try, you can max the Thunder Strike, and you just keep spamming it, and harassing out the heroes. If you're in a tri lane against an offlaner, that offlaner can't even stay on the lane, because if he does, you can always glimpse him back and kill him off. So it's a good pick. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and actually now, I mean, I thought Dream Team, they could easily go for a Darkseer as an offlaner or whatever role. Actually now Kompas Gaming with the Disruptor, that could potentially be a pretty strong combination in itself as well. Although Kompas Gaming, they might of course be looking for something like the Bane or Shadow Demon to combo up with the Mirana. But Dream Team, I mean, second pick, and you talked about the Centaur as well. I think that's actually a potential pick for them maybe.
If they pick Centaur, right, then you have the Darkseer. Darkseer has been the part of from what I've seen. It feels like Darkseer has been the reason why Darkseer has came back into meta. A large portion of it is due to Centaur. Darkseer deals great against the Centaur, and if you're being chased down, you can always surge or surge your teammate. Whoever's in trouble, you can. And the vacuum wall combo right now, there's a lot of heroes that can combo with him. You're looking at the Sand King right now, but I feel like if you do pick the Darkseer for Dreamtime, you're in a lot of trouble unless you're going to start out in the jungle. Because if you're in the lane, there's no way you can use the Surge to run away. You have the Glimpse, you have the Kinetic Field, you're just going to be trapped.
And, well, they do go for it after all. I mean, do you think that they might try to switch up the lanes? I mean, maybe like going aggressive tri lane, although with a Sand King, I don't think that's the best thing to do, because the Sand King can easily just stay on his own in his own jungle, stack up and farm there. Or do you think an aggressive tri lane with a Sand King would be worth it?
I personally don't like Sand King in aggressive tri lane, but if you don't go aggressive tri lane, you're looking at a potential crowded jungle. Darkseer, is he really gonna go to that off lane? I have a huge question mark in mind. If he goes to off lane, how is he gonna be able to escape the Disruptor combo? And if he does go jungling, it means that Sand King won't be able to get that stack and get that fast Blink Dagger. But then again, you can also do dual jungling with Darkseer and Sand King. And one of the sickest early game combos is the Darkseer, he unshells the Sand King, and then surges the Sand King forward to go for a gank. There's a lot of ways they can play around with this. You can even, at times, if, say, Kompas Gaming grabs a hero like Templar Assassin, then Darkseer can also be placed as a mid. But I just don't see that happening. I feel like it's going to be a Sand King who's just going to be pulling, stacking the small camp. Darkseer is just going to start out in the jungle and potentially try to gank mid or gank the tri lane. I mean, we've talked about the combo that Darkseer and Sand King can perform. And if Sand King is static on the lane and Darkseer rotates over, surging the Sand King to catch the offlaner, that's a pretty potent combination as well.
Yeah, and well, one other thing about Dream Team, if they send the Darkseer jungle and just completely sack the offlane, do you think that's a smart idea? Because that actually opens up the enemy supports to rotate around as well.
Yeah, that's the dilemma right there. That's why I didn't feel like Doxia was the optimal pick. Um, you can't do Ancients early on, but you also run into the dilemma if you contest the lane, you're most likely going to end up dying. Even if, say, the Radiant team, Kompas Gaming, they do a pull through, he leeches XP from the low ground. He can still potentially die from the low ground, so it's a huge dilemma for me. I have no idea how Dreamtime's going to pull this off. But after all, we're only looking at the first two heroes. We need to see how it's really going to progress a little bit more.
Yeah, at the moment they are definitely team fight focused. I mean, they do need one more support or maybe even a jungler, but that would be going way too greedy and that would take so much space away from the Sanking or even the Darkseer to get some farm from. So I'm guessing support, mid laner, and well, they pick up the Wraith King. It worked pretty damn well for them in the first game, having it as a support one. Do you think they'll keep going with the support Wraith King, or do they think like the two melee supports is maybe too much?
No, I believe this is going to be a carry Wraith King. Oh man, this is one of the sickest combos we're looking at. Wraith King, like we talk about the Darkseer Wraith King combo, and now factor in the Sand King. You're gonna have the Wraith King charging in with the Blink Dagger, dying, like turning on the Blade Mail, dying to a team fight, reincarnates, everyone gets slowed, you have the huge Vacuum Wall, and then Epi Burrow Strike combo coming in. Man, this is gonna be devastating if Kompas Gaming ever gets caught. And I guess they have two great silencing skills, and it really depends on the positioning of the puck as well as the disruptor. One of them, if they're capable of canceling out the combo with the, say, the static storm, or with the, what's it called, the waning rift. Yeah, just forgot.
Well,
Oh
I
man.
mean, those silences definitely will have key roles in this game. Especially as Dream Team, they go for another hero who can just spam out so many spells, namely the Leshrac. The Sand King, it's an excellent setup stun for the Split Turf, of course. And the Split Turf, I mean, if the Darkseer vacuums, Sand King Burrow Strikes, Leshrac can follow up with the Split Turf, which of course is an AoE stun as well. And even the Lightning Storm, actually the slow. So even after the vacuum, Kompas Gaming would be a little bit slower in actually getting out of the range. So that's some pretty damn sick potential. But the one thing I like about Dream Team is they have the massive team fight, but it's not like massively cooldown oriented. Sure, they can go for some extra damage with the Wall of Replica as well as the Epicenter, but even without that, just having the Vacuum, Burrow Strike and Split Turf, that in itself is a lot of damage. And Kompas Gaming, all four of their heroes are actually really squishy.
Yeah, surprisingly. I don't know. Dream Team, their lineup is just looking so dreamy for me, and that's a really smart banning out that storm. Well, if Dream Team got their hands on that storm, I feel like their lineup would have been just about perfect. They have nice pushing from the Leshrac, and Sand King, Doxia, these heroes can clear creep waves really fast as well. Oh, and something we didn't talk about, Leshrac, he got buffed. The lightning now slows for, I think it's 0.5 seconds if I'm
Yes,
not wrong.
it is.
Yeah. Oh, and it slows by 75%. So that's something I haven't really seen being utilized that
I
much.
actually saw it yesterday. I'm not sure if it was Dream
Oh.
Team itself. I don't think it was, but that actually allowed the Leshrac himself to set up the Split Earth because the slow lasts for longer than the stun delay on the Split Earth. So it's
Okay.
pretty strong actually. And well, the Leshrac I saw was, yeah, it was actually Dream Team versus 4FC, but 4FC was running the carry Leshrac on the safe lane farming, so it can be strong. But Kompas Gaming, they at least get a tanky presence for themselves now, namely the Dragon Knight. He's usually a PKB carrier as well, just goes for it like 90% of the games it feels like. So that, for me at least, is a pretty nice pick against Dream Team.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I think it's gonna be aggressive trialing from Kompas Gaming, leaving
Yeah,
the
puck
puck
safe,
down
yeah.
to solo. Yeah, the puck safe, and that way avoiding the puck against Skywrath matchup as well. I'm not sure if Dream Team they were predicting this as well, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, indeed we will. And to go over the teams fast, I'll take care of the dire side once again for Dream Team. 2-2-3-2 up on the Leshrac, and guess they don't have the real names with. I think it's probably PGG on the Sand King with the stand-in Sondar playing the Skywrath Mage. Nubik up on the Wraith King, as well as Afterlife will be on the Darkseer. And so far they're heading towards their own jungle, but I guess I leave Kompas Gaming to you.
Okay, so on Kompas Gaming, we have Gorex666 playing as the Puck, and it seems like it's gonna be an offlane Puck. And at mid, we have Jet playing as a mid solo Dragon Knight, and we have Artis playing as, yeah, it's definitely the carry Mirana, and we have Kalik playing as a support Disruptor, and finally we have, where did he go? Where did he go? There we go, Rubik. Unstable playing as a support Rubik. And I just took a quick look. The arrow pointing towards the right side, that's ZXC, which means PGG, I believe, is on the left track.
Oh yeah, I guess it
But
makes
his
sense.
profile's private.
And well, looks like we're gonna see a Sand King mid then. I actually didn't even think about it with all the other stuff going on in the draft. That, I mean, getting the Skydrive Mage, that's more often than not definitely the support hero. And the Sand King actually up against a Dragon Knight. I mean, I've seen Sand King mid lane a few times, played by Mushi. And versus a Dragon Knight, how well do you think the Sand King is actually gonna do?
I believe he's just gonna destroy the Dragon Knight if he learns the Caustic Finale. And when every creep wave dies, it's gonna explode on Dragon Knight's face. Sure, you can bottle crawl, but it's only gonna heal you so much. It all depends. But then Sand King, on the other hand, doesn't. I don't know if he has enough regen to sustain through the Breathe Fire, bottle crawl spam.
Yeah, and the Sand King actually went for Burrow Strike early on as well. But oh, Afterlife in huge trouble. There was the telekinesis already. No surge for him and Darkshire. He even copped the arrow in the face. And that's the first blood drawn for Kompas Gaming. And of course, Kilik gets it himself. So maybe some early boots on the Disruptor. And I guess it all comes down to the point that you made out. That the Darkshire, he just won't be able to survive. I mean, Disruptor, he didn't even skill any single point. Like, just telekinesis into arrow. That's all they needed.
Ah, and at mid, CXC is being outplayed by Jet for now. Jet, as soon as he got the money for the bottle, he started playing really aggressively. He knows, okay, my bottle's on the way, I can trade blow for blow, heal right back up, and then you're gonna have to pop one of your Salve or Tango.
Well, I guess the Sand King should be able to get his own bottle at least, if he's even going for one. And actually, he's not going for the Caustic Finale at all. He's going for the Max Sandstorm at the moment at least.
Ah, okay, then I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be trying to push out the creep wave, and then start stacking up his own jungle. And then when you have multiple stacks, you just rotate to jungle, take it, and you're gonna have an ultra fast blink. So that's a pretty good option as well. It's not about so much about shutting down the opponent, as to getting levels for yourself, and getting the necessary items to make the good rotations happen for your team.
Well, I guess it makes sense. The faster blink there definitely helps out maybe a little bit more, as well as of course the levels. I mean, level 1 Epicenter, sure, it's good, but it's not comparable to the level 2 one. But oh, top lane, Puck might be in huge trouble. The creep wave coming in to tank it up. And there's the silence as well. Ray Fire Blast will connect. Only a few more right clicks necessary in Split Turf. We'll finish it up by PGG. And in the meantime, Mirano killing off Darkshire once again. This time they did use the Thunderstrike at least, but Glimpse, not even necessary because Darkshire, only level 1, not even a surge for him. And I mean, the Rubik wasn't even around. This Darkshire, sure, it's fine enough that the Sand King will start farming up or stacking up the jungle, but if the Darkshire won't have any place to farm because of that, I mean, it might backfire for them.
Yeah, as we predicted, the Darkseer isn't doing very well in the offlane, already having 2 deaths to his name. Just now he was trapped inside the secret shop, and there was no way out. Oh man, I just feel so bad for him.
Well, do you think that the 4 other heroes, except the Darkshire, will be able to compensate of his lack of levels? I mean, up until the early mid game?
Well, it's hard to say. I think a lot of it is banking on the Sand King to be able to make the good rotations necessary for his team. If you compare the offlaners, Puck is already level 3. Sure, Puck has died once, but when you look at this Darkseer, he's still level 1. And he's saying that he's had enough, and he starts rotating to jungle. I felt this was what he should have done initially, right off the bat. But I guess seeing he just felt more comfortable being in the bot lane.
Yeah, well, this does really leave this up now that the Sand King, he's completely left dry. Sure, he will find the farm mid lane, but since he didn't go for the aggressive build, Jet, he's just gonna be able to farm up however much he wants on the Dragon Knight. doesn't have to care too much. I guess the Sandstorm is a little bit annoying for him. But under his own tower, with the bottle coming out as well constantly, even going for a magic one since he knows that the Sand King is going to probably spam the Sandstorm at least. I mean, the Sand King, they could have predicted the Darkseer going into the jungle anyway, so the Sand King maybe should have gone for the lane dominance build. And actually tier 1 tower bottom lane getting harassed. PGG has made the rotation, but he has to be careful because if he shows his face, one telekinesis, I think it's going to be the end of him.
Oh man, yeah. And this tower is definitely going down.
Well,
I don't
like
see how
nothing
PG
they
can
do.
stop it. Yeah. Oh, and
arrow in the face, that's horrible. Just a few right clicks, there's a Thunderstrike, telekinesis as well. My god, PGG. I guess that's one of his moments.
Wow, so Kompas Gaming, they're exerting, they're flexing their muscles, showing their lane dominance in this game. And things are looking pretty good for them.
Well, they certainly are, and that's exactly what they need as well. Just hoping to tie out the series. Oh, there's the Epicenter being channeled mid lane chat. Can he actually escape? The creep blocks ZXC a little while, but that's enough together with the double damage, and that's a really nice solo pickoff.
Oh yeah, beautiful plays. Oh, okay, so Sand King. This is another fairly interesting thing. He's opted to max the Sandstorm. I haven't seen... Well, as a mid-solo Sand King, generally I see Cossack Finale being leveled up left, right, center. But as a support Sand King, generally you see pros have 3 levels in each when they're level 7, and then getting 1 level into Epicenter. So it'd be 3 level into Burrow Strike, 3 level into Sandstorm, and then Epicenter, and then maxing Burrow Strike, and then coming back to Sandstorm. But I guess this is just a pure zoning technique coming out of ZXC. Just having that max Sandstorm, and he's starting to stack. So yeah, he does want the maximum efficiency from these stacks. But generally, I feel level 3 into Sandstorm is more than suffice to take the jungle stacks. I mean, even level 2 is pretty okay.
I guess it is so, and well, that's actually even funnier that he got the kill with the Burrow Strike level 2. I mean, I guess the damage doesn't scale that well, but oh, Skywrath Mage gets the kill on the puck. As Leshrac goes down to Artis in the meantime, and oh, mid lane chat, no, just a Burrow Strike, and a D-Ward as well. ZXC using the haste rune to his advantage there. Oh, there's the Dragon Form, but immediate Sandstorm. Really nice reactions.
Oh wow, if you look at those 2 sentries at mid, they're barely out of each other's range. It's like the bare minimal.
Oh, that's so unfortunate, especially for Kompas. But well, I guess that's the truth of it. And actually looking at the offlaners now suddenly, Afterlife, after he's rotated to the jungle, he's able to hit level 4, soon to be level 5, whereas Puck, he's actually at the exact same point, only 2 points of XP difference. But oh, mid lane ZXC has to TP, or rather Burrow Strike himself out. And this is successful, whereas in the meantime Nubik went for a Hand of Midas on the Wraith King. And what do you actually think of the hero item combination?
Hand of Midas on Wraith King is awesome. This hero lacks the flash farming potentials, and you do expect him to be fighting a lot. And this is an argument that I've always been trying to figure out. It's like, if you're gonna be fighting, or like as a support, this is actually way before Misery started running the Midas Crystal Maiden support. And the argument was, if you're a support and you're gonna make rotations, right, there's a possibility of failure. And if you fail ganks a couple of times, it's just a bad cycle. You're gonna fall behind really, really badly. And having that Midas, it feels like you can team fight, and even if you lose, at least the Midas will help you compensate for that lost time by just getting that XP and gold every minute or so. And I like it on Wraith King. I think if you're doing well, why not? And then you start going after the Midas, you get your Treads, you get your Blink Dagger, and you get the Blade Mail, and then you just...
Oh, there's a glimpse mid lane PGG. There's the Telekinesis as well, Dragon Tail to follow, and that's a dead horse. Although ZXC wants to come in, there's the Burrow Strike, won't go for the Epicenter, but the Ion Shell is enough damage, but he gets caught by the Static Storm. No kinetic field though to lock him in place, and I have to say I'm surprised Unstable was able to survive this on the Rubik.
So, man, there's been so many times where we said, okay, this hero is definitely dead, and he just barely escapes.
Caster's
Last
Curse.
game as well.
Actually,
oh, man.
One thing I didn't even point out, I caught it on camera, but the Radiant Courier actually died. He just ran into the tier 1 tower of the Dire completely randomly. I guess Dragon Knight mistook the Dire base for his own and sent a courier there because I can't find any other reasoning behind it. There weren't any heroes to damage it, just pure tower right clicks.
Pro Cluckles.
That's actually some really nice gold as well, of course, for Dream Team. And now, one thing that they are lacking is the levels on the supports. Skyrim for Mage level 5 as PGG on the Leshek also 5. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. I mean, Rubik level 4 and Artis.
Sinking.
There's the Ion Shell to get the damage and Artis, he finds out, he blinks or leaps away rather. And ZXC, I mean, I guess it was smart of him to not go balls deep, but he still wants to go for it. Darkseid coming in as well with the Ion Shell. He doesn't get the body block though, thanks to the face boots. And will they go for unstable now? Rubik is only level 4, it should be an easy kill for them. Ion Shell starting to do the damage. Arrow will... it actually somehow connects on Afterlife. Kinetic field, but there is no static storm. And they're just... I mean, they're just stalling things out. Nobody's going for anything. Another TP. Puck comes in. There's the glimpse as well. They have the static storm finally. They have the dream coil if need be. And ZXC, I mean, I don't understand what they were doing, but mid lane, Sonder in huge trouble. There's a silence. Nice splitter as well, chat. Only needs one more right click. Can't get it this slow. It's too much. And the Brave Fire Blast. Oh god, Sonder. He just ran to his own death. Ran into the range of the right click. But I guess killing off the Dragon Knight in the end was worth it.
Oh, down at bottom, I actually really enjoyed what ZXC was doing. He was holding on to that Burrow Strike. Because it feels like as soon as the Burrow Strike happens, right, you gotta expect the arrow to come. And it's a potential turnaround for Kompas Gaming. It feels like they were ready for it. And that's why there was that, like, the Mexican standoff right there. Both teams are just waiting for the opponent to take the bait, to take the leap. But eventually Kompas Gaming, the supports came, and that glimpse is just so OP. I love that skill so much. It's like, you can run, but you're gonna come right back to where you were.
Yeah, it's such a sick ability. It's really hard to actually play up against. I think if you don't play up against it that much, you actually kind of forget how strong it can be. So, I guess they just have to learn the hard way. And Arrow will connect onto ZXC. Unstable, he's not level 6. There's the telekinesis as well. Silence by Scry of Mage. There's the Burrows like Epicenter. It's not channeled. He actually didn't have enough mana for it, I think. He used the magic wand. There's the dust as well. But they don't have any follow-up. So, I guess... Once again, no kills happening. 7-4 the kill score at the moment. 11 minutes in. It looks like both teams, I mean, they don't want to go super aggressive. They're just farming up. The Blink Dagger on ZXC is probably the biggest pickup. Moonlight Shadows. It does save them as Chet kills off PGG in the mid lane. It really looked like ZXC wants to go on unstable, but Moonlight Shadows saved him. Glimpse mid lane into Static Storm. They have the Dragon Tail to follow if need be. And what a coordination that was. And once again, like you said, the Glimpse, ridiculously strong.
The Doxia, he is just dying to the glimpse. Like, I don't really know what to say. Oh wow.
He wants to go man mode, but he's completely out of mana now. The Mystic Flare, 350 mana. That's over half of his mana pool. And now ZXC, does he find unstable? Will he go for a Burrow Strike? Actually off target. It's level 3 Burrow Strike, so it doesn't have the max range. And well, this Rubik just living on the edge.
Well, that's one of the most exciting things about Dota, I suppose. Like, just living on the edge, where you constantly push the boundaries of, like, between, like, living and dying. It's pretty awesome. So, without looking at it for now, what do you think of the gold and XP difference? Oh my god, unstable. Alright, this time he went over the boundaries, for sure.
Well, I guess the boundary was the river and he crossed it. But yeah, it was a really fast pickup, but could you repeat the question?
Yeah, absolutely. So without looking at it, what do you think are the gold and XP differences between the two teams right now?
Well, I guess because I have the net worth open.
That's cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I had it open from before, so at least I admit to partially cheating. I mean, I guess Kompas Gaming, they might be a bit ahead because they have 2 cores, farming a little bit better. XP-wise, I guess Dream Team maybe, since Nubik has the Hand of Midas.
Okay. Well, right now, Kompas actually has a pretty decent lead, I suppose. They have just over 2,000 gold XP.
Bottom lane PGG gonna go down again, just point blank and row after the leap, but continue.
Sorry about that. And the difference in XP, it's actually below 1,000.
They get the glimpse on Sonder. Oh god, the kinetic field doesn't connect though. They pop the drums, they want to get that kill back. The Thunderstrike, a few right click, Static Storm just blown. And will they find more Afterlife coming in from the side? He gets silence immediately with the stolen Ancient Seal actually for unstable at Kilik. He has to be careful. Jet coming in though. There's the Dragon Tail, some right clicks. There's the Breathe Fire on top of it, and Afterlife with the Fate Pot will tick down to the Dragon Knight or Mirana, getting the kill in the end. And Nubik now, he can't even go man mode. And oh, there's the Burrow Strike, Epicenter. Actually, Burrow Strike not even coming out, and Dragon Tail in the face. Completely wasted Epicenter there. And well, Kompas, they just are making the better rotations, I guess, at the moment.
Oh yeah. When I saw that Mirana go from like the tier 2 tower to tier 3, that was very reminiscent of some PGG plays that I used to see. I remember him chasing an enemy support somewhere from like a tier 1 all the way to the fountain. Something ridiculous. But that's what makes the game so much more exciting.
Okay, so maybe we can finally finish our graphs now. So it does look like Kompas Gaming, they're around 1k ahead as far as XP goes. It's going a little bit up and down now, especially after those exchanges. Well, Goldcraft 2.5k, but oh, unstable. Did he venture where he shouldn't have? There's the telekinesis, but Ray Fire Blast catches him in the face. What a crit by Nubik as well. That damage coming out. At least Puck, he's alive. He has his Blink Dagger actually as well, so getting it at the same time as ZXC, I guess, on the Sand King, who is level 11 now. So next time the Epicenter will be level 2. But so far, actually, the Sand King, he hasn't had the impact I really thought he's gonna have.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Like, apart from that solo kill at mid, it feels like we just haven't seen that big Epicenter Burrow Strike combo.
There's the Burrow Strike onto Killik. He's going to Sandstorm. There's the Dust of Chet coming in as well. Static Storm. Will Chet actually get in range? He didn't have the Dragon Forms. Oh, the Glimpse back. Of course, Dragon Tail will follow. But do they actually have enough damage? Of course, Waning Rift coming out with the Dream Coil. Actually, only catches one. A nice vacuum wall. But with no follow-up, it's just a waste of spells. And Afterlife? Well, I guess he's gonna able to juke himself away because Glimpse is on cooldown for the time being. Although Dreamtime, they want to go for something in return and they might get unstable. They get the slow. He's going for the TP out. Rayfire Blast to stop it. And the arrow actually onto Nubik. He might get caught. His pincer between two. Starstorm as well. He has the reincarnation though. But he's forced to use it, and maybe with some TP rotations they might kill Nubik twice. The TP is coming in. They have the Moonlight Shadows as well. Nubik, he's pretty tanky, and Disruptor has the Glimpse as well. They're able to hold him down under the tower for ages if they want to. Thunderstrike to do the damage. Glimpse as well. Rayfire Blast. But Nubik gets caught in the kinetic field and nowhere to run. And overextension at its finest. At least they get the tower. But now PG might lose his life in return. Splitter completely dodged by the two heroes. And well, that's a horrible trade for Dreamtime. They lose 3 heroes in rapid succession. At least Dreamtime, they got the tower. But I mean, was it really worth it? I don't think so.
Oh well. Well, like, I'm glad for Kompas this game. It feels like this time around, they're getting the items they needed, unlike the previous game. Look at Dragon Knight. He already has his BKB, and he's just going to be in the front lines, eating up all the damage. And if you look at Dreamtime right now, the majority of the damage is magical. Sure, you have to ledge track with some Edict, and you have to right clicks from a Wraith King. But Dragon Knight, he already has so much armor. He has right now, let's see, 19 armor, and he has a BKB. So I feel like this Dragon Knight is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And Arrow, it hits on Nubik.
Can they actually follow up? It doesn't look like they weren't quite in position. But one thing that does look certain is that they want to get at least a tier 1 tower, maybe a team fight on top of it. But with the Sand King Epicenter, he's already angling himself for the perfect Epicenter blink in. Oh, this might be huge for them. They have the vacuum level 3 as well, so it's not the best, but I think it should suffice. Or the tower, they use the glyph now. This is the opportunity. But Kompas Gaming, they're actually positioning themselves really nicely. They weren't grouping up. And Nubik, he gets stunned up. Will there be the follow-up? Arrow is not there. BKB, pop by Jet. Dream Coil only catches one. There's the vacuum Epicenter. Puck just loses his life immediately. 1 for 1 so far. Nubik goes down. ZXC falls as well. And the BKB on Jet is just too strong. The wall coming out by Afterlife. But he can't even search himself out. There's the telekinesis on Zandar as well. And it sure looks like it's gonna be a team fight, team wipe soon enough. And indeed it is. Only a puck for 5 heroes plus a tier 1 tower. Could it have gone any better for Kompas?
Oh man. It just feels like DT, they threw everything they have on the Dragon Knight. But with that BKB, he just stood there. Took everything. And we're talking about how Kompas has a fragile lineup. But it just feels like this Dragon Knight completely changed that team composition and how it feels. In the Sand King, his Burrow Strike from his epicenter was casted too far away. So when he blinked over and Burrow Strike, he only got it on one hero, if I saw it correctly. I'm not sure who died in that fight, but it was next to the Dragon Knight.
Yeah,
and
the
it just
puck
felt-
died.
It was the puck, okay. But the Dragon Knight, he wasn't affected. Completely did nothing to him. And Dragon Knight, man, this hero is just so good looking, so strong, so tanky. Lives through it all. And I was getting healed back to full.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. I really love the Urn of Shadows pickup. At least have one on your team, or well, one is the maximum amount that you should have. Otherwise, they won't just have the same effect anymore. But yeah, the Urn of Shadows just able to keep them alive, and thanks to those minor heals from the Urn of Shadows, they were able to actually push down the tier 2 tower. And Chet, he's actually going for a Shadow Blade now. What do you actually think of that item pickup?
Shadow Blade, I think in this scenario, a Blink Dagger would have suited much better. Shadow Blade, it's more of those games where you feel like it's going to be a long, stretched out farming game, and you're going to go for those solo kills. That's why you would opt for the Shadow Blade. But if you look at it, they want to push, they want a team fight. Why not right now? They're so far ahead. And sure, Shadow Blade provides a little bit more damage, but it doesn't. It's not comparable. Like, because when you're pushing, and if Dreamtime sees you have a Shadow Blade, they're just gonna put down sentries as you push, or they'll buy dust. They'll be ready for you. But Blink Dagger, how can you stop it from Dreamtime? You can't really. So it feels like Jet would have been much better off with a Blink Dagger than the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I guess he's just... I'm not even too sure. He's certain of his teammates' abilities to just lock the heroes down for him to run in, I guess. I mean, it might be a mistake, might not be. I guess the extra damage, of course, will come into handy as well. And what do you think, actually, that Dream Team, what should they go for? Should they look for like a certain item pickup before they go aggressive, or how can they actually come back into this game?
The comeback for them is relatively easy, I feel. They just need to have enough physical DPS coming out of Nubik. Maybe even have that BKB. And the rest of his team just needs to stand far enough behind so that all the engagement happens on the Wraith King. And when he dies the first time, that's the perfect moment you engage. They can definitely win team fights. As far behind as they seem right now, if they can... I guess one of the most important ones, if they can engage on the Dragon Knight before he pops the BKB, that would be huge. And that's another thing that I want to bring up. Nubik's build, it's okay, but imagine what he could have done with a Blade Mail and a Blink Dagger. He engages on the Dragon Knight, turns on the Blade Mail, his teammates can follow up, send like Burrow Strike or whatever, Leshrac stun, locking the Dragon Knight long enough, forcing Kompas, the rest of his teammates, to jump in to help out the Dragon Knight. And then Sand King can just follow up after that. You know, it's all about the sequencing right now for these two teams. Whoever can make the jump on the opponent and force out like the rotations from the supports, force out the puck to come in to help out, and then have those follow-ups. I feel like whoever engages first and has the patience to wait for the opponent to take the bait will end up winning the fight. Because you look at the two centipedes right now, it's the Wraith King versus the Dragon Knight. And they both have just so much durability in team fights. So that's why I would love to have seen that Blink Dagger and the Blade Mail on the Wraith King. But speaking of items, I think the next biggest thing is going to be that Aghanim Scepter for the Disruptor. And it's more than halfway there.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a really strong item pickup. The Aghanims on the Disruptor. Even if, by some chance, they get BKBs up on Dream Team, the Aghanim Scepter will completely negate it, as well as maybe the 4 staffs to try to get themselves out of the Static Storm. And actually, like you talked about as well, Nubik not having the mobility that a Blink Dagger provides. I mean, I guess he has to completely rely on the surge from the Darkseer, but it's not too likely that he will actually get it continuously in the team fights. And of course, speaking of whoever gets the jump first wins the fight, do you think Dream Team, if they want to go for Roche, is it a smart idea?
I would say this is a great opportunity for them. It really, for me, it's all about the follow-ups. Imagine if you get a Vacuum War, Burrow Strike into Leshrac stun, on all 5 heroes from Kompa, they would get team wiped. And vice versa. If DT, they get caught by a 5-man Dream Coil Raining Rift, and then you have the Static Storm on top, that will also be a team wipe. So it's all about who gets the better positioning in team fights and who gets to catch who. So, because Dreamtime, the composition, right, they can be very far behind, but they can always take a team fight. And you know Doxia, man, in the pit, we've seen Team Dog do it recently. Have you seen that 5-man, like the huge turnaround they did? The Doxia vacuum war into the epicenter Burrow Strike combo. That's always gonna be a comeback mechanic for them. Until say Kuma Gaming has pipe or has BKB on every single hero.
Yeah, well, that actually is a far time away. I mean, Mirana, at the moment, not too sure if he's even going for one. Has the Maelstrom as well as the Yasha. I think he should go for the BKB probably. Maybe he's like, hey, I'm gonna stay far back anyway, let the Dragon Knight be in front. And like you said, actually, the comeback mechanics of Dream Team with just the combination of the heroes that they have, it's so easy to actually defend high ground with the Blink Epicenter. And do you think the Darkseer should also be looking towards a Blink now?
Doxia, yeah, he needs the Blink. Yeah, it's gotta be the Blink. I don't see any other items that can really benefit him as much. Oh, this arrow is just so sneaky.
Oh, this might be huge. They get the Burrow Strike stolen by Unstable. He gets Ray Fire Blast in return, but the Static Storm onto 3 heroes with the Waning Rift. Dream Coil on top, 2 heroes down. There's the Reincarnation as well. They kill off Afterlife and Nubik now. He's on the run, but he only has 350 movement speed. Arrow actually will miss, but there's the Glimpse coming out. Nubik wants to go for the man fight, but no way in hell is he gonna get it. Oh, what a Burrow Strike Epicenter! Kills off 2 heroes almost immediately. I think the Burrow Strike actually missed on Artist, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Maybe would have been a triple kill. But at least they won't be able to get Roche now. Kompas Gaming, that is. That was a really nice ultimate by the Sand King.
Yeah, so like I think you kind of got the idea that I was trying to desperately trying to explain. That whoever gets the good jump will end up like doing a lot of damage. And look at that Sand King. He came in at the very last minute, right? And he was all by himself, and he still managed to take out 2 heroes. Imagine what could have happened if the Doxia managed to get his vacuum wall. Imagine what could have happened if the Leshrac was there as well. But Kompa Gaming, man, that was a beautiful jump. That arrow connecting and then having the puck with a 3-man Dream Coil and then Disruptor. Follow up the Static Storm.
Burrow Strike onto Chet mid lane. He's pretty low. Mystic Flare as well actually gets vacuumed out of the Mystic Flare. But it won't matter in the end. As ZXC gets the kill, and looks like with the Diabolic Edict being level 4, they should be able to grab the tower as well at least.
Oh yeah.
The Mystic Flare does so much damage, to be honest, and that's one extra thing that they can combo up on the Vacuum Burrow Strike.
Definitely. I feel like if Kompa went for a slightly different draft, for example, if they had, say, a Pugna, I believe that would be pretty entertaining as well. Just watching that, the Skywrath, dropping the Mystic Flare, and before he even comes out, he dies.
Yeah, that would... Oh god, that would be so sick to be honest, especially if the Mystic Flare was level 3. But Roshan, it's actually going down, and Kompas, they had a vague idea that this was going on, but they just couldn't react, of course. And without the Dragon Knight, there's not too much of a chance in a team fight for them as well.
They needed a Dragon Knight. That's the frontliner.
That's actually a pretty huge pickup, getting the gold as well as the XP, and of course now Nubik. He has 3 lives on the Wraith King. I mean, although he's getting kited around quite easily by the heroes of Kompas, at least so far.
But it's okay. The great thing is he has Mionia now. So for round 1, if they have a team fight, he can just man mode straight up. When he comes out a second time, perhaps that's when he decides to use the Mionia. And that Mionia, I always loved the way Virtus Pro played Wraith King. That's why I kept on mentioning having the Blink Dagger as well as the Blade Mail. Because when you have Blink Dagger, Blade Mail, Mionia, who dares to hit you when you jump into a team fight? You force the enemy to a huge dilemma. You hit me, you're going to lose a lot more HP. You don't hit me, then I'm just going to go ham.
Well, that is the dilemma you have to face, and well, that's just, I guess it's player preference, or team preference maybe even, which item build to go for. I mean, against the blink overall, I mean, whether you go for the blade mail or not, the blink, I still feel like it's so useful for Wraith Kings. Just allows them to get up close and actually chase people down as well.
Yeah, or at the very minimal, go for a Force Staff.
It's not bad,
It helps.
giving some extra mana.
Yeah, definitely. He can always use some mana. But right now it feels like he has more than enough already. So apparently, like, players are having some kind of ping issues. Gonna take a sneak peek at the ping. Let's see. Yeah, everyone seems pretty okay. I'm the only one with 400 ping.
Well, you're connecting to this server from Taiwan, so
Yeah,
I guess
a
it's
long
fair
way.
enough. Well, I mean, at the moment, it looks like Sand King wants to come in from the side and try to somewhat pincer them. Although unstable, he's just sitting there as a warder. And oh, Yarrow scout things out as well. It actually connects onto PGG. Will they follow up? No, it's too far away and just blinks away. Oh, Zetaxi gets caught by the telekinesis into the static storm. Oh, losing the Sand King. This is just so huge for them. They stun up Nubik as well. He has the Aegis, he has the reincarnation, but I think he's gonna go down at least once. And PG, nice split earth, but there's no follow-up to speak of Nubik. There is the slow, there's the whole Rayfire Blast. Artist might go down. Dream Coil coming out, it's not enough though. They kill off the Mirana and Jet, his BKB, it's still on half duration, but the Dragon Form ends. And looks like after that, oh, nice vacuum, 1-3, they have to run through the wall as well. This is a disaster if I ever saw any. 4 heroes down. I mean, they kill off Zetaxi, they make him use the buyback on the Sand King, but that was definitely worth it.
Oh man, yeah, and the Wraith King, because when you have both Reincarnation as well as Aegis, Reincarnation takes precedence. So that was, it's great for him in this scenario because he's already level 17, which means his ultimate is only on a 60-second cooldown. So after the team fight, he still retains his Aegis, and his ulti is going to be off cooldown in about just 10 seconds time. And with that huge team fight going in their favor, they're going to be able to take the tier 1. They're going to slowly pull back the golden XP advantage that Kompas has held on to for so long.
Well,
Oh yeah.
actually looking at the graphs, there's no advantage anymore, more or less. XP just completely zeroed out, and well, gold actually with this tower as well. I guess if the graphs update, it's probably around 2000 in favor of Dream Team, and that's with like one team fight, or well, 1.5 maybe. And Nubik has his Assault Cuirass suddenly finished up. That actually makes his whole team a lot tankier, as well as, of course, he is hitting a lot faster and doing way more damage.
Oh yeah. This Wraith King, right now, I don't quite understand why Kompas wanted to take the fight directly after Dreamtime got the Aegis. It's only about 6 minutes before the Aegis disappear. Wouldn't it have been much smarter to go for the engagement then?
Well,
But I guess they don't want to give any space for Dreamtime to catch up.
oh, the
Man,
arrow
these
connects onto
arrows.
Nubik. They can't really follow on this. Even with the Shadow Blade on Chet, he does use it, trying to maybe scout things out. But nice sentry placed down as well. And the Shadow Blade, it actually hasn't been all that useful so far. And oh, who gets the jump first? Nubik, he's playing the bait game. He gets the stun onto Chet, he gets telekinesis in return. But there's the slow. And wow, Moonlight Shadows comes out as well. Afterlife is there, but he gets Dream Coiled. Silence stop stun. He actually goes down before anything. There's the epicenter. The artist gets blown. Unstable, he's still alive. 1 for 2 for the time being. And Chet, he has to escape as Nubik. They're trying to man fight, but they don't have detection. Oh, Moonlight Shadows, it wears off. They do have the Shadow Blade, and Chet looks like he's gonna be fine, but can't be said for the Rubik. He gets a Brave Fire Blast in the face arrow, gonna fly in and actually connects onto ZXC. Puck may be able to survive because of it. Sonder goes down, and Nubik, if only he had the blink there, he would be able to chase and leap, of course, to disjoint the Brave Fire Blast. But was it actually only a 3 for 2 in the end?
Yeah, apparently so. I thought the puck was pretty dead after he got silenced up, but no. The magic wand. Good stuff. But at this point, this Wraith King is looking unstoppable, man. They just can't. Kompas, they don't have the damage output to take him out fast enough. He's got 3 lives, and every time I only see him use 1. He dies the first time, comes right back, slows everybody else. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Yeah. I don't see anything stopping Nubik soon. Dragon Knight, Shadow Blade not doing work for him. I don't think it's helped him all that much. And in terms of raw damage output, he just can't compare with the Wraith King anymore. Mirana has the damage output, but he's too fragile. Any team fight, he doesn't have BKB. Any team fight, Sand King's going to be looking to jump him.
Yeah, and that
Everyone's
fight,
gonna look to jump him.
that fight was actually without the vacuum or the wall as well. So I mean, I guess it was really nice for Dream Team, or not for Dream Team, for Kompas, that they actually were able to kill off the Darkshare before he managed to do anything. But in the next team fight or any other team fight, it's probably not gonna be the same case. And Darkshare, he actually has a Blink Dagger as well, so he can easily go in without actually getting stunned before. Just stay a little bit farther back, let the Brave King bait things out, and then just go in with the vacuum, Burrow Strike on top. And if they manage to win a team fight or break even at least without the Darkshare, I mean, with the Darkshare, it's just gonna be havoc.
Yeah, this game would have been way better for Kumpa if the Juggernaut had a Blink Dagger. He just jumps in, and then you look at it, a static storm. Nobody can use BKB. And then the puck follows up. If they can do it in this particular sequence, right? I feel they still have a good chance of winning the game. Sure, the tides have turned, but never count out these big combo lineups.
Oh god, I think we're gonna see quite a lot of team fights still to come. Although, I mean,
But
Dream Team, if they win a team fight, they can actually go for the push quite easily. They have the Diabolic Edict. They have a lot of damage on the towers just with the right click, especially with the Assault Couriers providing minus armor. And oh, they don't want to wait. They have BKB and ZXC as well, so you can Burrow Strike first and then channel the Epicenter if really necessary. And well, they're smoked up, and looks like the puck might be the first one found. Oh god. If they find anybody, that hero is just gonna be dead like almost 100%. But looks like Kompas, they're just backed off. They know they don't see any heroes on the map, so they just back off, and that's the smarter decision.
yeah, it's a great move. But let's take a note on something that Dreamtime is doing right now. You check out every single hero. What is something that everyone has except for the Skyrath?
What? Everybody's going for a BKB or has one?
Yeah, yeah. And once they all get their BKBs, right? Wow. Disruptor, everything is gonna be so dependent on him to get the perfect static storm before those BKBs come out. And it's scary.
That's a
Essentially,
lot of
right-
pressure on him.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's not enough physical right clicks.
Oh, they
coming
get
out
the
from
arrow onto
Kumpa.
ZXC. They don't have to follow up. The static storm comes out, but the kinetic field was a little bit too late. The dream coil got used as well. They might kill off ZXC. The mech's keeping him alive for a little while longer. They get the wall as well, but Chet doing too much damage in combination with the Mirana. Puck does go down. A 2 for 2 so far. Make it 3 for 2 as Artis gets the triple grind. Now Nubik. He doesn't have the ages. He will go down at least once. I think it might be the second time. Oh, he's still alive. Nope. He does die. They have the Dragon Tail coming up, and Chet. Yes, there's the stun coming out, but PGG. Actually, Shadow Blade away, Leap as well. They're just too low. The lightning procs actually would have been a little bit too scary. So a 3 for 3 in the end. I guess it's not that bad considering that Kompas, they have their two main damage dealers still alive.
Oh yeah, that was a great fight for them. And Jet, oh dear.
Oh god,
goodbye.
he stood around for too long. Great Fire Blast, a few right clicks, one crit. That's all he needs. Actually, he might even need that one. Although the crit will finish it up in the end.
Oh man. Yeah, and speaking of redundancy, right? Like Dragon Knight, the Shadow Blade, doesn't that just kind of overlap with the Moonlight Shadow anyhow? Sure, Moonlight Shadow has a long cooldown, 100 second is nothing to laugh at, but Shadow Blade, man. I just don't see it working for him. Not only that, like, as we saw, sure, the two of them can just about kill the Wraith King for one time. But the second time around, they were forced to run, and this is not a good sign. Dragon Knight, he's not even going for deeps. I don't know. I feel like in this kind of losing game, I don't like Heart because it doesn't increase your damage output by very much. Was thinking maybe like some more of a Assault Curious because he already has the BKB to sustain through the magical portion, and they kind of need to negate the Assault Curious effect, the aura that Wraith King has anyhow. Another way that I've seen a lot of players do is Omelette as well, but I don't think Omelette in this game would help him very much.
Yeah, probably not. And well, it is really hard for them, and the Shadow Blade really, I mean, it's more of like an item that you go around with like one or two people, have the Dragon Knight scout things out, get the stun, and the others will follow. They were 5-manning anyway, so the Shadow Blade, I mean, is it really good for 5-manning? Not too sure, but what I do know is that Nubik, he got himself another Aegis now. And actually, he's holding on to the gem as well. But he has 4.7k in the bank. So he can just easily give the gem to any other player. And what do you think his next big item is actually going to be?
Picking up the next Aegis?
Well, might be.
Items, Wraith King, full carry, Abyssal. Why not?
Yeah, I think it would be pretty nice. I mean, just lock the Dragon Knight down for sure. And well, actually Mirana has his own BKB finished in 15 gold. So finally has it, but even with the BKB, I think she's just gonna lack for damage, as will the Dragon Knight. But oh, Puck might be in trouble. Afterlife gets the vacuum on him. There's the silence as well. Oh god, he's so dead. Nothing he can do at all.
Yep. I mean, if you look at Nubik, right? There's no reason why he needs to get MKB. Mirana isn't gonna have Butterfly anytime soon. Plus, you've always got the 300% crit, which means if you have more damage, it's gonna crit more. And you already have beautiful attack speed. You have Mjolnir to like it's the second highest attack speed increasing item in the game, and then you have Assault Cuirass, even more attack speed. So yeah, why not? Increasing your damage output, have more crits, have a strong lockdown that goes through BKB. Yeah, I would say Abyssal if this game goes any longer.
Well, looks like
or if you really want
they get BKB out by ZXC though. There wasn't a static storm. I guess he was thinking the BKB is gonna come out onto the glimpse anyway, but oh, ZXC wants to turn it around or at least stop a few TPs. He barrel strikes Artis. Was it a mistake? He's still alive. Arrow actually, oh, barely dodged there. Unstable. Oh, he steals the Sandstorm.
Huge mistake.
But they're losing the racks at the same time, and actually stopping the TP from Artis. It was pretty damn huge because that's an easy racks for them, and they can just rotate for a second one if they really want to. Oh, Chet, he goes in, pops the Dragon Form, pops the BKB as well, but PGG has a BKB of his own Nubik. He's slowed down thanks to the Frost Dragon, so he's actually pretty slow even without. Oh, a nice Dreamcoil Static Storm as well. ZXC gets blown up. They will get PGG on top, but oh, vacuum wall. 2 heroes down, Chet. No BKB for him. Artis has his own. Gets the Starstorm out as well, but it's just not enough. They will kill off Afterlife, but Nubik, he's a force to be reckoned with. He still has the Aegis, still has the Reincarnation. Will he get kited around though? There's the leap. Oh, Ray Fire Blast. Artis, nothing for him to do. And the Puck, the lone survivor, I mean, it's 4 for 4, but they did lose their Rex already, and Nubik, I mean, they're not focusing on him at all, so he can just right click away freely. But even if they did focus him, they can't kill him 3 times anyway, so I guess trying to kill off the rest of Dream Team was the best decision there.
Yeah, there was no answer for Nubik though. Absolutely none. Nobody can kill him. He's just unstoppable. He has
9.8k gold. The hell. Oh, he wants to burn a charge off the Reincarnation. They get the Fate Bolt as well. Actually, they might get multiple kills. There's the Telekinesis to start things out with. They don't have the Dream Coil. Well, do they even need it? Nice stuns. Both actually using the Ray Fire Blast at the same time. And Nubik actually will take a fall the second time. I think they might get the third as well. There's no help incoming. Artis, there's the Moonlight Shadow. Nubik, he pops the BKB though. He wants to kill Unstable. 1 click, right click, 2 right clicks. Oh god, he's trying to go for as much as he can at least. Oh, the vacuum epicenter. Actually, epicenter a little bit off target thanks to the vacuum. The Dream Coil comes out with the Static Storm. They are still alive, but Nubik, he's dropping really low. Will take a fall. 1.4k gold towards the Disruptor. There's the glimpse as well onto ZXC, but the BKB is out of it. Well.
Oh man. I feel like the game just likes to make fun of me. I swear. Right when I say this guy is unkillable, then he dies. What is going on?
Well, it was 3 against 1, and his lack of mobility definitely did hurt him a little bit. But the Boots of Travel in by both the Sand King as well as the Darkshire, that was some pretty smart plays. I just would have hoped that the vacuum didn't disjoint everything from the epicenter of the Sand King.
Oh yeah, man. That would have been perfect if he didn't go for that. But I guess, wow, that's been a huge swing in this game. I mean, from having 7,000 gold advantage all the way down to negative over 10,000, close to 12,000, and the XP, man. Wow, this has been a huge landslide for Kompas Gaming.
It most certainly has, and well, is it stopping now? It does go a little bit back for the favor of Kompas now, but that's only a little bit. And once Dream Team are alive, if they're 5-manning,
It's a
They-
butterfly for Wraith King.
Oh. Well, he still has 3.6k to spare, so I guess the butterfly is actually pretty nice because right clicks are the only thing that can actually damage him. I mean, Mirana, he's dishing out a decent amount, I guess, 210 damage. And she attacks pretty fast with the Mjolnir and the Yasha. And oh, they want to go in. There's the static storm. The kinetic field was a little bit late though, killing. He could have gone big, but the glimpse will get disjointed by the BKB as well. Artis leaps in as well. Oh, is it the smart choice though? The TPs are coming in and oh, PG Afterlife goes for the wall. The vacuum actually doesn't come out thanks to the Dragon Tail. The Mystic Flare misses as well. Oh my god, 3 heroes down for Dreamtime. They lose ZXC in the middle of it as well.
Oh my god.
Was this a throw? Or yeah, actually Wraith King, the only one who has buyback. He has the BKB still active. They will go for it though. They get the silences. Chet, just look at those Mjolnir procs all around for both teams. But that's reincarnation down. They will kill him off the second time. Telekinesis to start thing. Oh my god, Dream Team. I thought this game is
really
unprobable.
doing this. Wow, this is a full 5-man wipe. This might be GG if they just keep going for it. But their base is getting attacked as well. Should be fine. Are they?
They should be faster with the push. The Elder Dragon form still around 10 seconds at least left.
They should go straight for the GG. Look, they're pinging it. They're going for the GG.
Oh god.
They don't even want the racks. Oh, this is a smart play. Oh, okay, so they're forced at the buyback.
Yeah, that's the only buyback they have. So I guess they will trade the racks for it. If they had the Elder Dragon form for a little bit longer, I guess they could have gone for it. But they don't have a Desolator or a Salkuras or anything to actually speed up the process. So they are forced to back off, but that's a really nice opening back into this game now.
Oh,
like,
wow.
how is this possible? I mean, there are so many BKBs. I mean, I guess the Darkseer actually was pretty damn close to his about 5 to 10 minutes ago. But he's been dying so many times all of a sudden on the Darkseer after that. So still, that's 3 BKBs on Dream Team, and they aren't able to just win a team fight.
I think they need more BKBs. Nubik, he has a 6-second BKB right now, but it just doesn't feel enough. It feels like that 7-second BKB without his teammates, he just couldn't do anything. Wow, that was a huge blunder from Dreamtime. They haven't thrown it though. They still got it. They forced it to buyback. That was very costly. I mean, sure, Wraith King is close to maxing out his items, but they also gave away a Rax. So I don't know why they were fighting 4 on 5.
Look at the
just didn't make
updated
any
graphs.
sense.
That's
Oh,
10k
What
XP
is
lead
going
for
on?
Kompas, as well gold pretty much zeroed out. Oh, this game, so much fun to look at. But I think as a 5-man, especially with the BKB on Afterlife now, he actually hasn't been able to vacuum properly for quite some time, just getting Dragon Tailed up and killed. But with the BKB now, the Darkseer will have free reign in the team fights. And Nubik with the haste rune just going on the racks. Oh god, I mean, this I think will be the make or break for either team in the team fights.
yeah, this game feels so trolly. I don't know.
Oh, they get the glimpse. BKB by ZXC, BKB by Chet as well. They get the Berserk onto killing. The Static Storm comes out. It's completely off though. They do kill off BGG. That's the best they can do, but it's a 1-for-1. They might get ZXC as well before. Oh, what a vacuum, but there's no wall. No nothing. The wall comes out and Chet now in the Mystic Flare without the BKB. That's GG, because the Puck is the only hero to actually have buyback. Oh, never mind, Dragon Knight spent his as well. They're going for more. They have to kill them now, if ever. Afterlife gets the blink out, but the Puck, he's still chasing. He has the Hex cooling down in 13 seconds. Will they get Nubik once again? Nubik 1 against Freak. He gets stunned up by the Dragon Tail arrow in the face. He loses 1 life. I think he's gonna lose the second one as well. Oh god, can he actually do anything? He's going for the TP out, but now he gets hexed. Nice hex timing. The cooldown just came off. And there's no evasion from the butterfly as well when you're hexed. So,
Oh, they need Boots of Travels. Dude. Oh, okay. They don't need Boots of Travels. They're just gonna directly make a dive for it. They're going for the tier 4. They're going in.
Oh,
man.
what is this game really? Dream Team, they've just
no
failed
buyback.
to execute the team fights every single time almost. Sanking, I mean, he activated the BKB, but the epicenter I haven't seen for a really long time. As well as the vacuum came out onto 3 heroes. It was really nice, but the wall got delayed afterwards, and yet they're coming in with the BTs.
There's no buyback on the Wraith King.
Oh god. I mean, Darkseer might be able to do it with the epicenter of the Sand King. They still have that combination potential, but it's looking really grim. 25 seconds for the Elder Dragon for 1 tier 4 down. Oh my god. Is this game really gonna end like this? They will get the second tier 4 at the very least. The Cliff is on cooldown as well. The ZXC comes in, activates the BKB, goes for the epicenter channel, does a lot of damage, but Artis with his BKB Chet as well. They don't take any damage. Will they get the counter kill? They should go for the tower. They will as well. And my god, they will kill off Sonder. Maybe Afterlife is their Chet. He's still alone. He's just going alone for the Rax, or rather the Ancient. Oh, ZXC takes so much damage in return. Artis gets the kill. Does he have the buyback? Yes, he does. They will kill off Afterlife. The last right click. That's all they need, chat. Darkshire, he doesn't have the buyback. Oh, he's a little bit short. A nice Barrow Strike to 1-2. And I think Kompas, they're just getting distracted for the time being. They will go for the Ancient though now. Oh, I think this is GG. ZXC, he can Barrow Strike all he wants. He gets Dragon Tail. Oh god, they're just going for the luxury kill now. The Barrow Strike comes out onto 2. And yes, this is GG. Nothing they can do. Oh my god.
Whoa, what a game, man. This gold graph. Oh, I'm gonna look at it before it disappears. No, it disappeared. Man, how crazy has it been this game? Wow.
Oh my freaking god. I'm speechless. I mean, at first Kompas, they looked really strong. They threw quite a lot. Then it was like Dream Team, Brave King, Nubik, unstoppable. Nothing that can be done about him suddenly. They just throw. They overextended. Nubik stood around solo for too long. Had the Sand King and the Darkshire come in to help him, but all of them died in the end. And well, that's where the comeback of the throw came for Kompas, I guess. My god.
I guess we just witnessed a game of throws.
Indeed we did. I mean, I haven't seen such counter throwing for quite a while, but thank you all for tuning in. This was Heflatv. If you liked what we did, be sure to follow the channel. Follow us on our social media to find out when we're streaming, when we go live with what games. And of course, big thanks to Mito for tuning in or co-casting with me. Any last words?
Nah, I mean, it's been a pleasure to witness such an awesome game. I mean, sure, like, both teams could have played better, but it's been so fun casting with you.
It sure has, and well, I guess that's it for this channel at least. I think we're gonna go for a game or two on Heflatv 2, I'm not too sure. But we'll figure that out later, just some music, some ads, and that's gonna be it.